You will live.
हेलो एवरीवन, आप सभी लोगों का हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं आज के इस रीजनिंग सेशन में। मैं आशा करता हूं कि आप सभी अच्छे हैं और आज के इस रीजनिंग सेशन में हम एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग और एक इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। कोई बता सकता है क्या होगा वो टॉपिक? वो टॉपिक का नाम है वेन डायग्राम। बहुत ही इट्स वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट टॉपिक, वेन डायग्राम्स के ऊपर क्वेश्चंस एक या दो मस्ट क्वेश्चंस गिरते हैं एग्जाम्स में। सो अगर और वो बहुत ही मार्क फेचिंग होते हैं, तो आपको अगर वो एक और दो मार्क अगर अपने इसमें लाने हैं तो फिर वेन डायग्राम का टॉपिक आप प्लीज मत छोड़िए। बहुत ही इजी टॉपिक है, इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड टॉपिक है और क्वेश्चन भी बहुत ही इजी आते हैं। सो ये टॉपिक प्लीज स्किप मत करिए। तो इस सेशन में मैं आपको वेन डायग्राम के बारे में बताऊंगा, वेन डायग्राम के कॉन्सेप्ट्स बताऊंगा, बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स, और किस तरह के क्वेश्चंस एग्जाम्स में आते हैं वो मैं डिस्कस करूंगा आज इस सेशन में। सो जैसे ही मैं हर सेशन में बोलता हूँ, प्लीज आप अपने पेन और पेपर के साथ रेडी रहिए और जैसे ही मैं आपको पढ़ाना शुरू करता हूँ आप जॉट डाउन करते रहिए इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स। ओके, सो आर यू रेडी? शैल वी स्टार्ट आवर सेशन? चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। मुझे थोड़ा सा वक्त दीजिए, मैं सिर्फ सब यस। सो चलिए शुरू करते हैं वेन डायग्राम का टॉपिक। सो ये हमारा पहला स्क्रीन है आपके सामने। हाँ, व्हाट इज वेन डायग्राम? सो क्या है ये वेन डायग्राम? आप सभी लोगों को पता ही होगा पहले से अबाउट दिस वेरी टॉपिक, वेन डायग्राम्स। ये बहुत ही कॉमन टॉपिक है और आई गेस एवरीवन ऑफ यू वुड बी अवेयर ऑफ दिस टॉपिक। So चलिए let's just go through the topic and see what it has in it. Venn diagram होता क्या है? I love this definition of Venn diagram. A Venn diagram is an illustration that uses circles. किसका यूज किया जाता है? Circles to show the relationships among things or finite group of things. So this is pretty much what Venn diagram is all about. Okay, Venn diagram क्या है? एक illustration है किसका? सर्कल्स का. ओके, सर्कल्स का illustration है to show what? To show the relationships among two different things, two or more things, or you can say finite group of things. Okay, finite means आप सभी लोगों को पता है which are countable. Okay, so finite जो कि खत्म हो जाता है at some future, at some point of time. Okay, that is what finite means. Okay, so this is a very simple explanation of what Venn diagram is, and I hope, and this seems to be very clear, this the first three lines, that Venn diagram is an illustration that uses circles to show the relationships among things or finite groups of things. Okay, so it shows us what? The relationship between two or more things. Okay, that is what is the function of Venn diagram. Okay, what is given next? Circles that overlap have a commonality, while circles that do not overlap do not share those traits. इसका क्या मतलब है? Circles जो overlap करते हैं, those two circles have something in common between them, whereas those circles which do not overlap, जो एक साथ ओवरलैप नहीं करते हैं, they do not have anything in common. Okay, कोई सिमिलैरिटी नहीं है उन दो सर्कल्स में जो ओवरलैप नहीं करते हैं. Okay, Venn diagrams help to visually represent the similarities and differences between two concepts. Very easy. So Venn diagrams क्या करते हैं? They visually represent the similarities and differences between two or more concepts. Okay, so quite clear till now. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary. Now the question is, किस तरह के questions exams में पूछे जाते हैं? We need to know that. Okay, चलिए देखते हैं. See, we can find in the next paragraph, the main aim of this section is to test your ability about the relation between some items of a group by diagrams. Okay, तो visually हम लोग को we need to find the relationship between the given items of a group. Okay, that is what we need to do. Okay, so in these questions, some figures of circles and some words are given. You have to choose a figure which represents the given words. Okay, so very simple. Questions में figures दिए जाएंगे. Okay, which constitutes of circles, and words दिए जाएंगे, and we have to find the correct relationship of the given words. Okay, हम लोग को देखना है कि वर्ड्स जो दिए गए हैं वही रिलेशनशिप जो है वर्ड्स के बीच, हम लोग को वही रिलेशनशिप फिगर्स में निकालना है. ओके, गॉट इट? सिंपल इनफ. ओके, now we will be moving towards some examples. Okay, there are various types of questions which come under Venn diagrams. Okay, so we need to be aware of those questions, of those types of Venn diagrams. Okay, so shall we move to the next, to the examples of Venn diagrams? Let's move to the next. Okay, So this is the first example of Venn diagram, or you can say first type of Venn diagram question. Okay. So what does it have in it? Let's find out. So example one, क्या दिया गया है? I would request you to please write this down, the various types of Venn diagram questions which I am showing you right now. This is type 1. Okay. So please keep a pen and paper with you. So what does this example has? The example says if all the words are of different groups. Okay. So what does that mean? That सभी words जो दिए गए हैं, they are of different groups. That means separate category. Okay, they do not fall into one category. Got it? They do not have anything in common between them. Okay, in simple words, we can say they do not have anything in common between them. Okay. So if all the words are of different groups, then they will be shown by the diagram as given below. Okay. So देखिए, the first thing is what you need to do is you need to look at the words. Okay, so the words given here are dog, cow, and horse. Okay. See, the format of the question would be there would be 3 or more words given. Okay, that would be given first. Okay, and then there would be 4 options, and all the 4 options would be illustrating a different relationship altogether. Okay, this is one of the illustration in front of you of dog, cow, and horse. You can see the illustration given in front, which are in 3 different circles. Okay, so this would be one of the options. This illustration would be one of the options of the out of the 4. So the correct illustration or the correct option is this one. Okay, I'm just showing you the example. We are not doing questions right now. I am showing you example that what type of questions come in exams. Okay. So first thing is 3 words are given: dog, cow, and horse. And in this type of Venn diagram, it's clearly mentioned that all the 3 categories are of different categories. Okay, different groups. They do not have anything in common. Okay, that's why the illustration would be something like this. Okay, where there are 3 circles of the given groups, which in this case is dog, cow, and horse. And since they have nothing in common, the circles wouldn't touch each other, or in other words, they wouldn't overlap each other. Okay, because why won't they overlap with each other? Because they have nothing in common. Okay, see here we have dog, cow, and horse. Okay, we also need to look at the words. Okay, then we need to figure out that do they have anything in common or not. Dog, cow, and horse are 3 different animals altogether. Okay, no doubt they are animals, but they do not they do not fall under one category. They fall in different categories. Okay, that is why the illustration is given in this way. Okay, this is the correct illustration for dog, cow, and horse. Okay, are we clear? See, it's written down there. All these 3 are animals, but of different groups. There is no relation between them. Hence, they will be represented by 3 different circles. Okay. So if this question comes in exam and one of the options would have this illustration where the circles are not uh, not touching each other, or you can say not overlapping with each other. Okay, so you need to mark this as your answer. Okay, got it? Are we clear? If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section and I will clear your doubts. Okay, so please feel free to ask any question which you have, which must be arising in your mind. Please don't hesitate. Please feel free to ask any question. So this was type 1, okay, where the three of the words given in the question are belong to different groups. Excuse me. Okay, so this falls under type 1. Okay, example 1. So am I clear? Shall we move to our next example, or you can say next type, the second type? Okay, let's move to the second type of question, which comes under Venn diagram. Okay, there you go. So some words are we cannot see some words, but I will read it for you. Okay. Okay. So example 2. What does this example say? If the first word is related to the second word and second word is related to the third word. Okay. So this is what it is all about. All the three are related to each other. First word is related, first word, or you can say category, is related to second word or category, and that second word is related to third word. Okay, so you can say all the three of them are related to each other. Okay, then how will be the diagram, how will the diagram look like in this particular case? The diagram, the illustration is in front of you. In this case, the diagram would look like this. So first, let us go through the words. What are those words? The words which cannot, one word which cannot be seen is 100. So two words are unit and tens, and the third word is hundreds. Okay, so these three words are given, and then you will be given four options. Okay, four illustrations would be given in the form of circles, and you need to mark the correct illustration. And which is the correct illustration? The one in front of you. Okay, the one given in the screen is the correct illustration. So let us go through the words first and see what is the relationship between those words, and then see that if the illustration is satisfying the relationship between those words or not. Okay, that is what you need to do. Okay, so the words given are unit, tens, and hundreds. Okay, so unit, tens, and hundreds. So what does these words mean? Can anyone tell me what does these words mean? where were we? Yes. So what is unit? Yes. So where were we? What is unit? See, suppose, let me just tell you what unit, tens and hundreds mean. Okay. Let me give you one number, 210. Okay, 210. So here, this zero is what we call the place where zero lies is unit place. Okay. And this, the middle one is the hundred, the tens, beg my pardon, tens place. Okay. 10, two digit becomes tens. And this third, the first digit, which is 2, lies at hundreds place. Okay. So can you tell me what is the relationship between the three? Okay. You must be knowing this. This is just for your information. Uh, this is basic things which everybody knows. So this is what it is. Okay. Unit, tens and hundreds. So what is the relationship? See, all units are tens. Okay. How can I say that? All units make up tens, right? If one is a unit, then if we take 10 units of one, then what do we get? We get tens, right? Then what does that mean? That all units, let me write this down. All units are tens, and in the same way, all tens are hundreds. Okay, because if we add all the tens, then we get hundreds, right? 10, if we add 10 times, what do we get? We get 100, right? Okay, it's very easy. The relationship, you got the relationship. All units are tens and all tens are hundreds. That means the first word is connected, related to the second word, which is units and tens, and the second word is connected to the third word, that is tens and hundreds. Okay, got it? So this is what the relationship is between these three words, unit, tens and hundreds. And what would the illustration look like? What would the illustration look like? This unit circle would be inside the three circles, inside the two circles, and tens would be outside unit and hundreds would be outside tens. Okay, so you can see that all units are tens. According to this representation, all units lie inside the tens circle and all tens lie inside the hundreds circle. Okay, so this is how you need to go up, you need to solve, you need to establish a relationship and then see what kind of this illustration would be our correct answer. Okay, like this is the solution which is given right in front of you, but like this there would be three different options which would be different from, slightly different from each other. Okay, so you need to identify the relationship between the three words and then choose the particular illustration which satisfies that relationship. Okay, got it? Are we clear? Is this example clear? If yes, please give a thumbs up so that I can know that this is clear with you guys. Please give a thumbs up or write in the comment section that yes, it is clear. So shall we move to our next question or next example? So let's move to our next example. So this is our next example. Okay. So here, what do we have? See, in all the examples, I'm giving you, there lies a completely different relationship between the given words or categories. Okay, so you can classify them as different types. Okay, so this is one type. Okay, so what does this say? If two different items are completely related to third item, they will be shown as below. Okay, so it's very easy to understand. If two different items are completely related to third item. Okay, so this is completely a new relationship which we are seeing right in front of us. That what does this relationship comprise of? That two items are related to the third item. Okay, so in that case, what would the illustration look like? What would the diagram look like? Okay, so see here, let us go through the words. It's very important to go through the words given. Okay, you need to go through the words and see what relationship lies between the words. Okay, then only you can move towards finding the correct correct illustration. Okay, so what are the words given here? The words given are pen, pencil, and stationery. Okay, so these words are very easy to understand: pen, pencil, and stationery. Okay, and just by looking at these words, we can establish a relationship that what falls under what category. Okay, this is a very easy question in front of us, and the solution is also given. The illustration is also given with the given relationship. Okay, so we all know that pen and pencil come under stationery category. Okay, so the what would the illustration look like? The illustration would look like this. There would be one circle of stationery, and since pen and pencil fall under the stationery category, therefore pen and pencil, the circles, the respective circles of pen and pencil would lie inside the circle of stationery. Okay, this is how, this is the correct illustration of pen, pencil, and stationery. Okay, so are we clear till now? This was a easy one. All of you would admit that this was a pretty easy one. Okay, I'm just showing you the different types of Venn diagram, the question, the different types of questions that fall under Venn diagram, so that when you are confronted with one of the questions of Venn diagrams, you won't have any kind of difficulty. Okay, because you know all the types. Okay, when we know beforehand and when we are prepared, then uh, if the examiner throws anything at us, we will be able to deal with it or tackle with it. Okay, so are we clear till now? So please let me know that are you finding this particular topic Venn diagrams easy or moderate or difficult? Please let me know. Please comment down in the comment section and let me know what are you guys finding this topic to be. Is this topic easy, moderate or difficult? Okay, let me see. What do you guys think? So shall we move to our next example, our next type? Let's move to our next type, which is right in front of us. Okay. The words which are hiding behind the diagram, uh, the words you can clearly see in the diagram itself. So I hope it's not a problem. Okay. So this is type 4 or example 4. So what does this type say? What is this type all about? If there is some relation between two items, okay, and these two items are completely related to a third item, then they will be shown as the given diagram in front of you. Okay, so what does this say? That two items would be related in some manner, not completely. Keep this in mind, not completely, in some manner. Okay, there would be some relationship between two items, and these two particular items would be completely related to a third item. Okay, I hope you got this particular type. Okay, see, let us go through this example to be clear about this very example. So what does, let us see the words. The words are women, sisters and mothers. Okay, so in this particular example, the given words are sisters, mothers and women. Okay, so now the question arises, what is the relationship between these three? What is the relationship between, among, I would rather say among, because they are more than two, among women, sisters and mothers? Can you tell me what is the relationship among women, sisters and mothers? See, as the diagram clearly shows us, that some sisters may be mothers, okay, and vice versa. What does that mean? That some sisters might be mothers. We don't know that if they are, if they have a son or daughter or any children. Okay, so, and some might not be mothers, right? See, there could be two cases here. Okay, which is some sisters might be mothers, first case, and what is the other case? Some sisters might not be mothers. Okay, it's not mandatory that all the sisters are mothers, right? So some may be mothers, some may not be mothers. Okay, and vice versa. Again, some mothers may be sisters and some mothers may not be sisters. Okay, are we clear with this? So for this particular two items, which are sisters and mothers, the relationship is clear that the relationship lies, what the relationship lies between sisters and mothers, that some are sisters, some are mothers, and some are mothers and some are sisters. So what would the question, the main question is, what would the illustration look like? The illustration would look something like this, exactly like this, not something like this, exactly like this, between sisters and mothers. See, because there is some present in this relationship, what does some means? That they are not completely related, they are partially related. Okay, sisters and mothers. So what would the relation, what would the illustration look like? The illustration would look like this. The circle would overlap with each other slightly. Okay, as you can see in the given illustration in front of you, between sisters and mothers. Okay, this is how the illustration would look like between some sisters and some mothers. Okay, now let us move to the next item, which is the next category, which is women. Okay, and you by now you may have marked one thing, that women are related to these two categories, sisters and mothers. How are they related? Who are sisters and mothers? Ask this question. Who are sisters and mothers? They are nothing but women. Okay, so this woman, sisters and mothers, come under which category? Under woman category. Sisters and mothers are first women, right? Then they are sisters and mothers. Got it? So the illustration would look exactly like this. A big circle of women, and then inside those circles would lie the two circles which are sister and mothers, who are partially related. Okay, that is why the circles are overlapping with each other, partially overlapping with each other. Okay, so are we clear? So this was a completely different type altogether. Okay, where two categories are related in some way, and these two categories are completely related to a third category. Okay, so be very clear about this, that when you come across Venn diagram questions where three words are given, three categories are given, you need to establish a relationship between those three. Okay, and then with that same relationship, you need to visually represent it in the form of circles, and that would be given in the option itself. All you need to do is you need to check the relationship with the given words and the given options, and then go with the relationship which matches with the words given. The illustration matches with the relationship of the words given. Okay, that is what you need to do. Okay, this is very easy. The words which would be given to you, the categories which would be given to you would be very easy. All you need to do is just uh, just think that in which category these three items would fall in. Okay, and accordingly you need to select your answer. Okay. Once you practice questions of Venn diagrams over and over again, then you would be very good at these type of questions. Okay, so are we clear? This type, is this type clear with you? Please let me know. If at all you are watching this session and you are with me, then please let me know that am I clear? Am I are you able to understand, so that I will know that you are able to understand or not. Okay, if I keep speaking and you are not able to understand and you don't reciprocate, then how will I know that you are not able to understand? Okay, you got it. So please interact and let me know what do you think about the questions which I am giving you, about the examples which we are doing. Are you able to understand or not? Okay, so shall we move to our next type of Venn diagram? Let's move to our next type. See, we have the next type in front of us. Okay, so what does this type say? This type says two items are related to a third item to some extent, but not completely. And first two items are related to the third item. Okay, got it? Did you get what this type is all about? I would again read it out loud for you. Two items are related to a third item to some extent. Be very careful. To some extent means not completely. Okay, partially. Okay, but not completely. And first two items are related to the third item. Okay, see, let's go through this very example so that we get clear with this very type. So see, the words are boys, students, and girls. Okay, the words are given in front of you and the illustration is also given in front of you. So this is the relationship between boys, students, and girls. Okay, so see, let us go through the relationship one by one. Okay, category by category. See, the one category is students. Okay, and if you all know, boys and girls fall under students, but not all boys and girls are students. Okay, got it? Did you get the relationship? One category is of students and other two categories of are of boys and girls. So some boys are students and again some girls are students. Not all girls are students and not all boys are students. Okay, so wherever, please keep this in mind, wherever the relationship of some is there, what you need to do is you need to take two circles and partially overlap those circles with each other. As you can see, boys and students, the circles of boys and students are partially overlapped. Okay, because the relationship is that of not all boys are students and not all students are boys. Okay, in the same way, not all students are girls and not all girls are students. Okay, so wherever, keep this in mind, wherever the relationship is of some, that some boys are students and some girls are students, the illustration would always be like this. Okay, the circles would partially overlap with okay. Okay, got it? Is this type clear with you? See, when you will be in the exam, you will be getting four options. Okay, four options. So four illustrations would be given. So you already would be having four illustrations, and you would, in the question, the words would be given. Like in this case, boys, students, and girls. Okay, so all you need to do is find the relationship, the correct relationship between among the three, and just select the correct illustration which satisfies that relationship. Okay, it's very easy. When you have the options, it's completely altogether a different game. It's a very like, it becomes easier than this. Okay, when we have four options, we can easily just look at the options and just see what kind of relationship lies between them. Okay, so are we clear with this type, with this particular type? Shall we move to the next type of Venn diagrams? Please let me know if you have any questions. Please feel free to ask your questions. I would be more than happy to clarify your doubts. Once you know all the types of relationships and the types which we are discussing right now, then it would be a piece of cake for you to solve Venn diagram questions. Let me tell you this. Once you completely understand whatever I am telling you, whatever I am discussing with you, the all the types which I am discussing with you right now, if you completely understand those types, then it would be a piece of cake for you to solve Venn diagram questions. So don't take this lightly. So shall we move to our next type? Let's move to our next type. In the meantime, if you have any questions, you can please ask me. So this is the next type. What does it say? It says all the three items are related to one another, but to some extent, not completely. Okay, so this is very easy. All the three items are related, okay, to one another, but to some extent. That means they are not related completely. Okay, wherever you see the words some extent, related to some extent, that means they are related partially. Okay, not completely. Okay, and in that case, the illustration would look exactly like this. Okay, which is in front of you. The circles would overlap with each other. See, you can, as you can see, all the three circles are overlapping with each other. Okay, because why they are overlapping with each other? Because all the three of them are related one way or the other. Okay, so let us see the relationship between the given words. The words are boys, students, and athletes. Okay, so see here, all the three are related in some way or the other. You might have known by now that all the three are related somehow or the other. Okay, see, some boys may be students, and again vice versa, some students may be boys. Okay, similarly, some boys may be athletes and some athletes may be boys, and some students may be athletes and some athletes may be students. Okay, got it? So this is the relationship between the three. Okay, so they are related to one another, but to some extent. Okay, this is what this type was all about. Are we clear with this type? Shall we quickly move to the next type? Please let me know. See, let me tell you one very important thing which often comes in exams. You may be knowing this, but still let me tell you this. See, there are also types of questions which would look something like this. See, one of the types which often comes in exams is three categories would be given and numbers would be given. In students circle, some number would be given. Let's suppose 45. In boys circle, let's suppose 40 is the number, and in athletes, let us take the number 20. And in this common region which you can see between boys and students, the circle which is overlapping between boys and students, this would be numbered as 10, let's suppose. So this would be given as question. Okay, and the following question would be something like this. It would be framed like this, that how many number of students are there who are both boys and students? Okay, so in that case, what would be your answer? Your answer would be 10. The number 10. Why? Because the number 10 is common to both boys and students. Got it? So this will be your answer. This also comes in exam, so you should be aware of this type of question. Okay, we will be no doubt we will be doing these type of questions. I'll be giving you these type of questions, but please keep this in mind. This is also one of the very important question which often comes in exam. Okay, So let's move to the next type. Okay, let's see what is the next type. Okay, this is the next type. And what does this say? This says two items are related to each other completely, and third item is entirely different. Okay, so in this particular type, two items are related to each other completely. Okay, and the third item is entirely different. There is no relationship of the third item and the other two items. Okay, no kind of relationship lies between the third item and the other two items. Okay, so let us go through this particular example, which says lions, carnivorous animals, and cows. Okay, so these are the words. Now what we need to do is we need to establish a relationship between among the three. Okay, and that relationship we need to show in the form of illustration that would be already given in the options. All you need to do is select the correct relationship or the correct option. Okay, so in this very case, lions, carnivorous animals, and cows, the relationship you may all be knowing that all lions are carnivorous animals, but cows is cow cow is altogether different category. Okay, cow is neither lion nor carnivorous. Okay, so how would the illustration look like? The illustration would look exactly like this, which is in front of you. Since all lions are carnivorous, the lion's circle would lie inside the carnivorous circle. Okay, since all lions are carnivorous animals. Okay, and cows, on the other hand, they are altogether different category. Okay, so they will have a separate circle altogether. Okay, the cow circle would be a separate circle. It won't be related to either lions or carnivorous animals. Got it? Am I clear? If you have any questions, please write down in the comment section so that I can answer your questions. Please feel free to ask questions. Is this type clear? Shall we move to the other type, to the next type? Let's move to the next type. What does this type say? This type says first item is completely related to second, and third item is partially related to the first. Okay, so in this very example, what do we have? Dogs, animals, and carnivorous animals. Okay, this is very easy. We all know that. What is the relationship among the three? That all dogs are animals. Dogs fall under animals, but some dogs are carnivorous animals and some are not. Okay, okay, did you get the relationship? All dogs are animals. We all know that dogs fall under animals category. Okay, but as long as dogs and carnivorous animals uh, are concerned, dogs, only some of the dogs are carnivorous animals and the rest are not carnivorous animals. Okay, and what do you mean by carnivorous animals? Carnivorous animals are flesh eaters. Okay, animals which eat other animals are known as carnivorous animals. Okay. So are we clear? So this is the illustration of these particular words, which are dogs, animals, and carnivorous animals. The dog circle would lie completely inside the animal circle, because dogs fall under the animals category, and dogs and carnivorous animals are partially related. That means the dog circle and the carnivorous animal circle would be overlapping partially. Okay, to show the partial relationship of the two. Got it? Are we clear? Shall we move to our next and last type? If you have any question, please feel free to ask them so that I can answer them. Let's move to our next and the last type of our topic, which is Venn diagram. So after this, we will be closing this session. So if you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section so that I can clarify them. Okay, so the last type is in front of you. And what does this type say? This type says first item is partially related to the second item, but third is entirely different from the first and the second. Easy to understand. First and second are partially related, and the third is altogether different from the first two. Got it? So what do we have in this particular examples? The words which we have, the categories which we have is dogs, flesh eaters, and cows. Okay, so as I have said you earlier, whenever you see the words, you should quickly establish a relationship between those words, between the categories, and then quickly this illustration should be running in your mind first, so that when you see the options, you would, without any delay, you would select the correct answer. Okay. So the relationship, what is the relationship between dogs and flesh eaters? We know that only some dogs are flesh eaters, but not all. Okay. And what about cows? Cows are neither dogs nor flesh eaters. Okay. So cows are completely different. They are altogether a different category. So they won't be coming, they won't be in what do we say, touching the circles of the other two. Okay, the circles which are overlapping or touching each other, that means they are in some way or the other related to each other. And the circles which are not touching each other, they are completely different, and they do not have any kind of relationship between uh, the other items. Okay, so in this very case, cows, the circle cow would be a completely different circle, and dogs and flesh eaters would overlap partially. Okay, because as we know that some dogs are flesh eaters and some are not. Okay, so are we clear? So I hope with this session you got a basic idea of what Venn diagrams are and what type of questions of Venn diagrams fall in exams. Okay, I hope you got a basic idea of this particular topic, and if you understood what I told you today, then the questions of Venn diagrams would look much easier to you. If you do them, it would be you would be doing it very easily. Okay, so this was all about it. This was all about today's session. If you liked the session, please give a thumbs up, and please, or you can also comment down in the comment section. So I I can know that you are enjoying the session or not, or what do I need to bring in my next session. So you need to let me know in order for me to know that what is going in your mind. Okay, so please let me know that if you like the session or not, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. I will definitely answer each and every question which you guys ask. Okay, so it was a wonderful session. I had a good time, and I hope you had a good time as well. So I'll be back with a lot more interesting sessions. Till then, stay safe and take care. Good night.